What's going on, YouTube? Just want to make another video, obviously about home defense, self-defense, bugging out, bug out bag, whatever. As you can see, got a little bit of extra gear laid out right here. Before I go any further, you obviously there's a shotgun right here. Just want to safety check it. It's obviously not loaded at all. Nothing in the tube, nothing in the chamber, nothing like that. There are rounds, but it's not loaded at all. Just want to go over real quick. Obviously, you can see I got a loaded bearing vest here. This is going to be my first thing that I grab, obviously, if there's a home invasion situation. This here has everything, obviously ammo, flashlight, a knife in case I was to ever need any source of cutting utensil. I have first aid. I have a notepad, and also just some small survival stuff like a Mylar blanket. Here, I'll show you guys. Mylar blanket. I have a lighter, one chem light, which is never enough. I need more than one. Multi-tool, nothing too major, just a cheapo one. Waterproof tube of matches, and a folding buck knife. Over here, I've got trash bags. You can obviously use them for anything. And like I said, this is for home invasion, but this is also for real survival if I was to need anything quick. Just regular poncho from Walmart out of the camping section. A good notepad. This is actually a waterproof notepad that I used in basic training in the military. Got just 2 ink pen. It's good for writing anything down, especially if it was a home invasion situation. You just want to write down anything that you remember hearing or that you said. You want to just keep it jotted down, obviously, and have it be used with you, whether if you need it for future reference. And here, I just have all my cordage. I have pipe cleaners, thing of thread, obviously for sewing, or I can use that for medical reasons. Floss. I actually learned this from Travis Haley. I was watching one of his videos. Floss is actually a good thing to use because it's obviously can be used as a hygiene item, but if you've ever seen the density on floss, it's super strong. It's like 550 cord basically, so it's really good for tying whatever up. If you need to lash anything together. And obviously some good nylon rope. I don't have any 550 cord. I do plan on buying some. I'm deciding how big of a roll I want to get. You can get them all the way up to I believe 1,000 feet of 550 cord, and but I'm thinking about just getting a 300-foot roll. That would probably be plenty enough for me. Whether it be for I take some, put it here, and take some and put it in my bug out bag. But as you can see, really good flashlight. It's one of the main things you should get when you first want to start prepping, which I'm going to go over in this video as well. Just some of the five top things I think you should have to start prepping. You don't have to go out and buy everything at once. Just start out somewhere. And obviously, just my fixed blade. Be a last resort knife, or just obviously use it for cutting anything. Key to my truck, and a handcuff key. Handcuff key. I do have handcuffs. They say you shouldn't use them, so I probably wouldn't, but I would use them if I did have to keep somebody here until the cops came, if you know what I mean. But obviously you can see here, I got a pouch full of let's see, 9 rounds of buckshot. Just never have too much, but that's all I got. In here, I have just a small stun gun, less lethal. That zap right there, it's very loud. It'll get people's attention. But like I've said it before, and I'll say it again. If I can keep it as low violence as possible, I'll keep it that way. I don't want to resort to violence unless I absolutely have to. If I'm in fear for my life, other than that, I'll keep it to a dull roar. Just do what has to be done. But that's it for that. Anyways, I did want to show you something, guys, real quick on my shotgun. I actually did this today. Notice I got a side saddle shell holder. I mean, you can buy them places just for double. I know a lot of 3-gun shooters are starting to use them. They'll keep them up here on their foregrip there. But this just has 2 slugs in it. If I was to have to go from buckshot to a slug, if I felt the need for that, I could just bang it out, throw one in as a combat load, and throw one up in the tube, and be good to go. I just kind of butchered one of those loop pads that you can put on the stock. I just cut 2 of the loops off, and as you can see, the loops are retained. I just cut around the stitching. Just took some industrial Velcro, comes right off. I mean, it's industrial. It's not just regular Velcro. We use that as actually in construction where I work. and it works very, very well. It holds them very tight, and the loops, they're tight enough to hold them in there really good, to where it's not gonna jiggle out. If I gotta pop one out real quick, it comes out like butter. So saved me money of having to buy anything. I just made it myself. But those are a last resort thing. I mean, I'll keep it loaded full of buckshot in the meantime. But I really didn't go over it that much last time, but I'll show you guys. Obviously, I got the laser. I got a tactical flashlight. I mean, this really isn't set up for tactical, but hey, I'm really not going to buy a barrel. I'm in the market right now of actually getting my first handgun. Actual like semi-automatic handgun. I know I have my Derringers, but those I'm not going to rely on. Obviously, they're more of a showpiece and just for target shooting or plinking. But that's pretty much it. I'm going to switch over to my bug out bag now. Move the camera here real fast. As you see, I just got a first aid kit. It's actually a mag pouch. I'm repeating myself if you've seen my other video, but I mean, I have updated that. I actually have it full of different sized gauzes. I mean, just stuff from minor, maybe take an injury to the eyebrow or something, all the way up to actually like a really, really big 4x4 or 3x3 gauze pad. Neosporin for disinfection. Clear medical tape. The stuff tears real easily, but it keeps bandages on really, really tightly. It's waterproof. Then just your normal alcohol, antiseptic prep pads, just regular band-aids, minor cuts and scrapes. 2 butterflies, if you've ever seen butterfly bandage. Then this stuff is actually, it's really, really soft medical tape, but it stretches and conforms. It's like pretty much shrink wrap in a medical tape. It rips really easily too, so you can get perfect sizes out of it. Obviously, another rescue knife, very, very sharp, made by Colt. Love that knife, my dad gave it to me. And then an ace bandage. I have another one in here, I'll probably dig that out in a minute, but this is the medium sized one. And obviously trauma scissors, they'll cut anything, they're perfect to have. And the top part, I have just some real stuff real quick I could get to, and not necessarily a hurry, but I don't have to go digging through my bag, so I keep that stuff up in the top pouch. Duct tape, zip ties. These are the small zip ties. I do plan on getting some of the bigger black ones, or clear, but these are just for real quick lashing of anything, making tools. And this right here I'm actually going to incorporate into my vest. This is a real quick, this would be like for a gunshot wound. This is a really, really big combat gauze for, like, say if you were to take a round into the thigh or something, it'd be really, really quick to get to. I have one big combat gauze in there. Spray roll medical tape, I don't know why I put that in there. But yeah, combat gauze, still wrapped up, has never been used. And then a set of medical gloves. Got to keep the germs away. And yeah, here's that other ace bandage. Just real quick. That could be used for, as a bandage itself, or obviously, or somebody's got a sprain or something like that. Big box of matches. Never have too much source of fire. Another multi-tool knife sharpener. One of the main things that I think will keep you alive out there is having a sharp knife. So, knife sharpener for sure. That's not my good one. I do have a good one that I use to keep my trusty old Kershaw sharp, but that one's just for my straight edge or my little buck knife. And then a magnesium fire starter, as you can see. Nothing out of the ordinary. But not really going to go in detail and dig out all the stuff that's on the inside. That's more of a spare change of clothes, another poncho, a scarf, a beanie, a boonie hat. Just keep the sun and the elements off my face and off my head. Hygiene items like toilet paper, toothbrush, mouthwash, deodorant, soap, washcloth, towel. Just the usual stuff, commodities you could have at home at least. Got to make the best of it, right? So, but I wanted to go into real quick the 5 main things I think you could use for home defense is obviously, like I said, really good flashlight. I'd get one this size and then get one of the larger ones, like the mag lights, the big mag lights that the cops carry. Get one like that. Then obviously a good firearm. I watched a video today, a guy was doing this, is where I got the idea. He actually had a handgun. But like I said, I'm in the market for a handgun. I'm hopefully going to go look at some tomorrow and hopefully have one here in a couple of weeks. I'm looking at the Ruger LCP 380 that just came out. I don't need nothing too big. I ain't worried about having no big Glock 19 or Glock 17. Just something that obviously handguns you're not going to be using at far ranges, so 380 LCP would be good enough for a close range engagement at least. Because I mean, I do have my Derringers, but they wouldn't stand a chance. I mean, unless it was like gut to gut. But those are more of a showpiece, and those I'm not going to really damage or bang around like I would with this or the Ruger. So, but anyway, like I said, good flashlight. Two good flashlights, excuse me. A good pair of gloves. They're buried in there, but I do have a pair of the good carbon fiber knuckle gloves, tactical gloves, and then also have two pairs of warm like winter style gloves. And then obviously batteries. You can't just run on one set of batteries. I keep extra batteries handy for this, for the light on my shotgun, for my laser, for my big flashlight that I keep in my truck. Batteries for this cool thing, batteries for my flashlight and for my taser are both the same battery, Surefire. I think they're like CR123s or something. It's like a really weird battery. And then just good mindset. Another thing from Travis Haley, he's taught me, he's having a good mindset. Just be aware of your surroundings, think ahead, try not to have a brain dump or anything like that. So hope this video finds you guys well. Like I said, if you got any messages or any messages for me, just personal message me in my account, and or with any tips. I mean, I'm willing to learn anything. If there's anything that I'm missing or any tips you guys got, just message them to me. So stay sharp, stay safe, and I'll see you guys later.